Can you please help me read as you guys are copying this down? Shh. I'd like for you to quietly. Okay. Can you please, Brandon, help me read the definition of complex number?
Complex number is a combination of real numbers and imaginary number in the form of a plus bi, where a and b are real numbers and I is imaginary number.
And guys, what's I equal to always? Square root of a -1, okay? So we have always, since you guys went to school, started school in Peppy K, you know what the real number is. And then we get older and older, we added imaginary not too long ago. Imaginary, we use I for imaginary. So I is always going to be a square root of a -1. What's I squared? What's I squared? -1, you're right. I is the square root of a -1. I square is always -1. Now, we put those together, real and imaginary, and we call it a complex set of numbers. So a complex, it's going to mean everything, every single number you've ever seen up to this point. So complex includes every single number you've ever seen. And normally we write it in the format of a plus bi. So what that means is if you have some I, like 7i, it goes behind a real number. Then we can multiply complex numbers. We can add complex numbers. We write it as a fraction. So let me examples 1 and 2. Okay. Can you help me, Slater, read the instruction to examples 1 and 2?
Subtract complex numbers by like term.
Perfect. So class, you're going to add and subtract it normally. 8 plus 7i plus the quantity of -12 plus 11i. So what you want to do is write all the real numbers together and group all the imaginary numbers together. So 8 plus 7i, what's your real number? 8. What's your imaginary number? 7i. We're going to group that later with the 11i. And then -12 plus 11i, I'm going to write the -12 next to the 8 because I'm going to have to combine those in a little bit. Then can you guys see that now I'm just going to write the 7i over here with the 11i. So you may combine the real numbers and you may combine the imaginary. So 8 plus -12 is going to give us what? -4, okay? Plus how many i's? 18 i's. True or false? Yes. Okay, can I combine those? No, so we leave them. -4 plus 18i. Yes. We did. 7i plus 11i is 18i's. Okay. When you add, we don't do anything with exponents. Now, when you multiply, that's when you add the exponents. Okay. Number 2, subtraction. There's a main difference between addition and subtraction. What do we do with 2 that we don't do with 1? Distribute the negative. Okay, so when you rewrite this out, y'all, make sure you guys are very cautious. I'm going to write -7 plus 4i first. Minus what? Minus 3, and then what else? Minus 2i. And again, we're going to combine real numbers first. -7 can be combined with negative what? 3, which will give us a -10. Then we will combine the imaginary numbers. 4i and a -2i will give us a 2i. Can I combine real and imaginary? Nope. Okay. Just like you can't combine x's and non-x's. So that's about the same thing. All right, multiply complex number. You multiply the same way. Ready? How did you guys multiply example 3 back in the days? FOIL. You're right. Let's do it. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times negative 3i is positive and negative. Negative 24i. 5i times 2 is positive what? 10i. Careful. Adam, 5i times negative 3i is. Adam, one more time. Adam.
Negative 15i squared.
Thank you. Very good. Can you guys see in the middle I can combine these two things? Okay. That will give us 16 minus 12i. Now here's the part where you may not keep I squared. What's I squared? Negative 1. You have to simplify I squared. Well, what's negative 15 times negative 1? Ah, okay. So that's going to be a positive 15, isn't it? Can I box that up? No, because 16 is a real number. And then 15, oh, I wrote 12. I meant 24. I think that's what you're trying to say, right, Heather? All right. What did I write? 14. Ooh, sorry. 14, thank you. Is way, okay. 14i. Thank you for some of you that. All right, so 16 can be combined, sorry about that, with 15, which is a real number of what? 31. Thank you. Okay. Box it up. So if you see I squared, can you keep it? No. If you see I to the third, can you keep it? No, you got to simplify that down. Okay. I'm going to give you a minute to get a head start in example 4. Be careful with example 4. What should you do? Guys, the answer is not 19. The answer is not negative 11. Not just negative 11. Yeah. Some of us just have just negative 11, and that's not it. Okay, you know what the common mistake is as I'm marking around? Guys, you can't just distribute the power 2. You have to write it out how many times? Twice. And FOIL, y'all. Okay. So, all right, here we go. Shh. Negative 5 times negative 5. Alan, what's negative 5 times negative 5? Thank you, sir. Negative 5 times 6i. Can you please? Shh. We're going to wait, guys. We're going to wait for us to settle in. Okay. Negative 5 times 6i is what, Alyssa? Negative 5 times 6i. Good. 6i times negative 5 is what, Sophia? C? Very good. And this one, 6i times 6i is what, Devin?
36i squared.
Good job. Okay. And we know I squared must be converted to? That's right. So this is going to be a negative 1 back here. I can combine negative 30i and another negative 30i. That will give me a negative 60i. Then I'm going to drop the 25 down. I'm about to combine that with a negative 36, right? So I'm going to move the negative 36 here. Is that going to be any issue at all? I'm sorry, negative 25 minus 36. All right. 25 minus 36 is what, class? What do we get? Negative 11 plus 60i, and now that's a better answer than just negative 11. Yes?
Why did 60 become positive?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I keep doing that, didn't I? Good job. Why do I keep doing that? All right. Must be a Monday. Okay. 5. You get a head start. 1 minute. One minute head start in 5. Everything you need to know up until. No, that does not.
It's up until the I.
You guys all done 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, want to know in 5? Can you compare the answer to your team? Okay, so when I was walking around, guys, let me turn on my timer. Shh. Seems like lots and lots of us have an answer of what? You're right. Okay, 25. Now look at the two quantities for me. What's the only difference between those two quantities? There's a negative in one and there's a positive in the other. Okay, why don't you multiply number 6 for me? Minute head start, go. This should be 16i squared. Because I times I, when you multiply, you add the exponents. Like x times x would be x squared. Once you're done with number 6, can you compare, please? Come on, Diego, let's go for roll. All right, here we go. Ready? Okay. 6. Again, what's the difference between the two quantities? One's a positive, one's a negative. What did you get for an answer? 53. Well, here we go. 6 to 8, it says multiply by the conjugate. And a conjugate is when almost everything's the same, except opposite where? Sign, right in the middle, okay? So again, the word conjugate, you do need to know this word because it will be used. It will be in the instruction of your exams or your homework, and you need to know what it is. When it says multiply by the conjugate, meaning that everything should be exactly the same except the sign in the middle. So what this is multiplying by its opposite, okay, with just the sign in the middle. Now, because that's the case, did you guys notice the pattern on example 5 and 6? Both terms in the middle cancel each other out? Yeah. So that's why we love conjugates. Okay, that's why we love conjugates. That's why we love conjugates. Because the two terms in the middle will always do what? Cancel. So from now on, if you see that they are conjugates of each other, all you have to do, class, is multiply the first two and the last two, because the middles will do what? Cancel. So 7 times 7 is 49. Negative 2i times a positive 2i's is the negative 4i squared. Well, what's I squared? That's right. So this becomes a positive 4. So you get an answer of 53. Don't we love conjugates? We love conjugates. All right. So 7. What's the conjugate of 1 plus 8i? 1 minus 8i. Okay. Now, before you go and happily multiply 7, now cautiously, tell me, what is the conjugate of negative 9 minus 3i? Carefully. Negative 9 plus 3i. You're right. Negative 9 plus 3i. And I'm going to give you a minute and a half to finish both. All right, minute and a half, go. Remember, we love conjugates.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, looks like lots of us have what answer for 7? 65. Are we done with 8? No? Yes? What's the 8 answer? 90 even. So do we love conjugate? Yes. Only, guys, you can only do that if the two quantities are conjugates of each other. All right. 9 to 12. Here we go. 9 to 12 says rationalize the denominator. What that means is just like the radicals we had back in the day. You cannot have radicals in the bottom, just like we cannot have I in the bottom. To rationalize it, it says multiply by the conjugate. So what's the conjugate of 4 plus 2i? 4 minus 2i. But what we multiply to the bottom, we must multiply to the top. Now, only the bottom, class, are conjugates of each other. So only the bottom can be multiplied the quick method by 4 times 4 is what? 16. 2i times a negative 2i is negative 4i squared. The top, are those conjugates of each other? No, so you have to slowly FOIL that out. So 3 times 4 will give us 12. 3 times negative 2i will give us negative 6i. Negative 9i times 4 will give us a negative 36i. Negative 9i times a negative 12i will give us a positive 18i squared. Can I combine 6i and 36i in the middle? Yep. So 12 minus what? 40, 2i in the middle. I should change I squared to what? That's right, minus 18 right away. All over, similarly in the bottom, I should change the I squared to 4. You're right, because it's negative 4 times a negative 1. Can I combine the 12 and the negative 18 on the top? Yes. That will give us negative 6. Whoa, I didn't mean not to highlight her. Negative 6 minus 42i all over what? 20. What can I do now? Simplify. What can I factor to simplify? 2. Okay. Let's take out a 2. I should be left with a negative 3 minus 20. 1i all over. 20 can be factored down to 2 times what? 10. Can I reduce the 2's? Yep. Can I reduce anything else? Nope. Final answer. Here we go. Negative 3 minus 21i all over 10. Box that up. Number 10, though, look at the bottom. You can't have I in the bottom, but you don't have an A plus BI format. You just have 2i. So that's like a BI. What's your A value then? 0. So that's, think about it as 0 plus 2i. Then what's the conjugate of 0 plus 2i? 0 minus 2i. But do we need to write 0? No. Can I multiply top and bottom by straight up what? Negative 2i. Okay. So on the bottom, immediately I should have a negative 4i squared. On the top, slowly distribute. 9 times negative 2i is negative 18i. 3 times a negative 2i is a negative 6i squared. Eventually, you're going to get really good to where you can just straight up write positive 6. That's okay by me. Okay. So this will give us a negative 18i. Convert that to positive 6 all over positive what? 4. Can I box that up? No. Okay, what can I do here? Simplify. Take out. Can I take out 2? Yes. I'm also going to write the A plus BI format. Okay. Can I move the 3 in the front? Yes, no, maybe? Yep. How about negative 18i divided by 2? What would that give me? Negative 9i. 4 can be factored into a 2 times 2. Reduces the 2. Final answer. 3 minus 9i all over 2. Box that up. Okay, similarly to number 11. Okay. 11, what should we multiply? Negative 3i. On the bottom, if you want to, you can write straight up what? I heard it somewhere over there. 9. Yep, you can totally do that. If you don't see it, you can slowly take it one step at a time. So you can write it out negative 9i squared. On the top, slowly distribute that out. 2 times negative 3i is negative 6i. 8i times negative 3i is negative 24i squared. I squared will get changed to negative 1. So negative 6i and negative 1 times a negative 24 is now a positive 24. On the bottom, I squared will be changed to negative 1 again. So negative 9 times the negative 1 is a positive 9. Can I box that up, call it a day, take a nap? Simplify. What can I factor out? A 3. I'm going to factor out a 3, so that is going to be left with negative 2i. 24 divided by 3 is a 8 all over. 3 times 3. Cancel that down. I'm going to write the 8 in the front. So final answer is 8 minus 2i all over 3. Last one. I want you to try on your own. 1 minute head start. Once you're done, can you please do me a favor and compare your answers with one another? Did you finish number 12? Keep on going, huh? Keep on going. Don't stop until you guys are all done with the last example. If you're all done, can you please compare your answers? If you see that your neighbor's struggling, then you help your neighbor out. You're like, hey, do you need help? Three times 3 is not 6. And 7i times 7i is not 14i. What's 7 times 7 is 14. And then what's I times I? Guys, what's the denominator? Okay, so someone said denominator is 58. Okay.
12 plus 59.
Hey, I'm gonna call on 3 of us. You ready? Final answer. Just 3 of us. And for the same answer, if we agree, then we're good. Okay. All right, Brian, your answer, please, for our last example.
47 minus 13, and I have 58.
Okay. I'm sorry, did you say 58 again?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then how about Nathaniel? What did you get?
I got the exact same thing.
Okay, Nathaniel said, I agree with you. How about Grace? What did you get? Do we all agree with that? Beautiful. That is an egg roll.